Video game endings are a player's reward for all their hard work, and it takes a lot of time to create an ending that's satisfying, meaningful, and appropriate to the game you just finished. Fighting games usually have about 40 characters though, each with their own ending, so screw that. Here are the 7 weirdest we've come across.
It must be Opposites Day in Tekken land in Heihachi Mishima's Tekken 6 ending. Instead of the Mishima family tradition of throwing your enemies into volcanoes, Heihachi instead kicks them into space. They do say a change is as good as a rest. It doesn't exactly go well for him though. In this harrowing prequel to Gravity, all 3 of them end up drifting into space and burning up on re-entry. Yeah, I like this ending, but it's missing something. I've got it. Crash pan to a sumo wrestler's arse. This is all a follow-on from Tekken 5's similarly hat-stand ending, where Heihachi strapped members of his extended family to a rocket. No clue what happened to Jinpachi, it's either a massive continuity error or he detached with the solid rocket boosters. Still, f*** him, am I right, Tekken fans? Not sure if Heihachi disintegrating in the Earth's upper atmosphere is canon, but it's either that or Tekken Tag Tournament 2's ending.
Another Tekken ending here because, frankly, they're pretty much all insane. In Lee Chao-lan's ending from Tekken 5, Lee is celebrating winning the King of Iron Fist tournament, as I imagine we all would, relaxing by the pool in a banana hammock while forcing his stepfather to wear a sexually provocative outfit and serve him drinks. Is that a typo, or is... No, that's what actually happened. Super. Maybe this is Tekken's attempt to redress the balance of scantily clad women in fighting games, although I can't imagine many people were clamouring for lingering shots of a 75-year-old man in a G-string.
Zangief's ending in Street Fighter 2 isn't him going off to wrestle bears or refresh his chest hair bikini wax. Instead, then President of the Soviet Union, Mikhail Gorbachev, helicopters in for a spot of Cossack dancing. Clearly the same meticulous art and animation standards applied to the roster of fighters don't extend to respected world leaders. Check out Mikey's knee-shattering landing. He literally bounces. Gorbachev did get his sprite redrawn in later versions of the game, his dance face going from elation to a sort of grim set determination. Might be something to do with the fact that the original Street Fighter 2 was the only game released while Gorbachev was still in office. By the time Champion Edition arrived in 1992, Gorby was out and the Soviet Union had well and truly collapsed. Probably because he spent all his time dancing.
The thing about King is he looks like a mean wrestler, but you never know what's going on behind that mask. It is a mask, isn't it? Either way, in spite of his glorious victory in the King of Iron Fist tournament, all King really wants is a nice Christmas with a bunch of orphans, which was probably fine in 1995. Perhaps because he insists on wearing a terrifying Jaguar mask, he bottles it at the last minute and dumps the presents in the snow. Instead of sprinting outside and tearing at the wrapping paper like piranhas, the kids run over to dance around him like no children would ever. Still, definitely a better Christmas than Armor King's having.
Ha! Glorious victory! Yeah! There ain't a fighter on Earth who can compete with the perfection that is me!
Street Fighter Cross Tekken's story involves a mysterious cube called Pandora crash landing in the Antarctic. We're not exactly clear on what powers it confers, and to be honest, we're not sure Capcom are either. In Rufus and Zangief's ending, for some reason it magically makes them both lean muscle men. Like all comedy fat characters in video games, Rufus is proud of his massive belly, and utterly distraught at his new svelte figure.
Not my abs of steel!
And we can only imagine how cold Zangief is in those underpants in the middle of the Antarctic. Bizarrely, Rufus isn't the only fat guy who becomes skinny and miserable in his fighting game ending. All that exercise clearly caught up with Tekken 6's Bob, and he ends up shedding his weight and having a massive freakout.
No!
Is this you know, a thing. How is this a thing?
It's over, Jarek. Shinnok is dead. The good guys won. You're coming back with me.
Never, Sonya. I agreed to help defeat Shinnok, not turn myself into the Special Forces. The Black Dragon, live on!
Jax's ending in Mortal Kombat 4 is simultaneously the best and worst thing I've ever seen. It starts with baddie Jarek sprinting off a cliff.
Never!
Continues with it turning out that he somehow didn't fall off the cliff.
This is Lieutenant Sonya Blade. What?
And finishes with Jax dropping Jarek off a cliff in a scene that I think might have actually been scripted by a 13-year-old boy.
You can't drop me. You have to uphold the law. You have to arrest me. Wait, this is brutality. You can't do it.
Wrong, Jarek. This is not a brutality. This is a fatality.
Still better written than the Mortal Kombat movies.
Touch me, the love is here, like the rising of sun. It's here again. Touch me, let's sing that song.
Lei Fang's Dead or Alive 4 ending is basically Final Destination for public transport perverts. In it, her train, playing a royalty-free version of Kiss Me by Sixpence None the Richer, is forced to brake suddenly, which causes Lei Fang's shirt to rip open for some reason, and a middle-aged businessman to stumble down the carriage towards her before grabbing her chest to stabilise himself. Lei Fang reacts by kicking the man out of the train's window to his almost certain death in the icy water hundreds of feet below. Still, it seems a popular move with the crowd. You go, Lei Fang, you killed the out of that guy. Still, it's more action-packed than Hitomi's ending, which is literally just her making a salad and then falling over.
Those were the 7 weirdest fighting game endings we've ever seen. Got something even weirder? Let us know in the comments below, and like and subscribe for more videos like this from outside Xbox. See you next time!